Good morning, everyone. 8-Bits here with
Good morning,
a
everyone.
happy Sunday.
8-Bits here.
Oh, and
with
Sophie.
Good morning,
A
everyone.
happy Sunday.
8-Bits here.
Oh, and
with...
All right. She's so happy. Yes, you are. Well, what do we have today? Well, so we're going to work on the game jam a couple hours. It's maybe about 3 hours worth because I'm going to stop just a little before 10. Jeepin and I are going to go see the Tron movie today. And then we are grabbing tacos and that stuff for lunch. Yeah, it's going to be all good, right? All right. Let's see what we got going on in here. Why does everything all look weird on my stream today? At least I have volume, right? Last couple of, what was it? Yesterday, did not have it. So let me figure out where this browser is. Hold on. Here. Yeah, you should be like this. Yes. Let's see. We're going to do that. You're not quite where I want you to be. Why? Well, what is it doing there? Close enough, right? Okay. What do we have in some news? Okay, so Ubisoft canceled post Civil War US Assassin's Creed game. They also did some other stuff. I don't remember what it was. And we got a couple days until Escape from Duckov comes out, where you get to play as a rubber duck, like a little duck running around inside, basically an Escape from Tarkov, a Stalcraft, that kind of stuff. And what else was this? I think that's kind of it this morning. There's not a whole lot going on. Okay, I'm double checking to make sure my volume and all that stuff's working this time. That was a disaster yesterday. So I started stream and I think it was like the first 10, 15 minutes, I didn't have any sound going. It happens, right? It does. And it yeah. Just, being a jackass on sitting here with like talking and nobody could hear me. But it looks like it works today. So we should be good there. Outside of gaming stuff, I don't really have a whole lot. Like I said, Jeepin and I are going to go see the new Tron movie today. So that should be fun. I really do like the Tron plot, like the story to it. I hope this one, I know it's not, it's a sequel, but not like necessarily a direct thing. So hopefully it turns out okay. All right. Other thing I worked on, so I think I got up at, I don't know, somewhere around 5:20. And then, did the normal, took the dog out and that kind of stuff. But I worked on the Avatar app, which is one of my apps that I did here. And I'm hoping it works properly. So I guess we'll wait and see how it looks. If not, I'll switch back to the other one that I know works. All right, let's drop into here. And I got to fix this. Why? Why? All right. Uh-oh. I don't think it's working. No. I tried working on this app, like my avatar app thing, and it just did not want to work right. It's creating a whole bunch of like little wizard guys. And that is not what I wanted to do. So I may end up just switching it back to the other one. Yeah, now there's like a whole bunch of like wizards. And I don't know why it's doing that. Right. Oh, I might actually. I think I know why. Let's take a quick moment before we get into the game jam. We're going to open up that project real fast because I think I know what I did. You make mistakes at 5 in the morning. So we're in here. Where was that? Under here? Yes. Yeah. Yes, this is my mistake. Okay, that's going to take a little bit to fix. Well, how do I want to do that? I think we'll close it down. Let me open up the other one so it doesn't have all this other mess, and then later today I can come back in here and fix all this. It was the mistake of copying. I made that mistake. Right? Because I also, when you do this and you add in new avatars, you have to also go, I forgot all about it, make a new rocket for every single one of them. If you want their image to be in it, right? So I may just try to make a general rocket, maybe do that. But now they're all dropping as wizards. So, damn. Right. Well, let me close that one. See, and then we have like, I was in a rush this morning, I guess. And did not do this correctly. Like I said, we'll get onto the game jam here in just a moment. We're trying to fix up some of my oopses on the Avatar app. So we're gonna I gotta do this, and this is just because I duplicated an object, not thinking about some of the code that was in the object. Right. We will get it in just a moment, and then we're going to restart that Avatar app. Right. Okay. And then, like I said, we'll restart it and we'll see what it looks like. It still might not be exactly what I'm looking for, but there. They'll be close. It'll be close. That's all. There. This is hammer. We have this one. Eugene, welcome in. How are you doing this morning? I'm quickly trying to fix the avatar app. I made a couple whoopses this morning, and I did some copying on stuff that just made it so everything looks the same. Whoops. But we're fixing that real quick. That's all. And then we'll restart. Like I'll save the new application. We'll restart the avatar app. Yeah, it happens, right? So, 5:30 in the morning, I'm sitting here trying to work on stuff, and you make some mistakes. All right. Let me stop that avatar app. Minimize this. Let's make a new thing real fast. I didn't check sizes on some of these. That's probably about a bad idea, but I did not. So we'll see if all the avatars are okay in size. They may not be. No, they may not be. They look a little small, but that's okay. All right, we'll let that one run for a little bit. And let's see, think about this. This one's on GitHub, so let me update that real fast. And done. We'll close that project. We'll come into the game jam and work on this, because that's our goal, right? All right. I spent a little bit more time. Well, I spent a couple hours yesterday trying to get this to work, and it's okay. Like, it sort of works. It's not great. But what I was trying to do is I was adding these clouds in, right? I probably spent 2 hours trying to get these things to move. What I want is the layer of the clouds to actually move. And I finally got it. Right, so you have to add like code into room creation code here, and following a tutorial that I found somewhere, this allows for it. Right, it just took me forever to figure it out. So what this does is allow the tiles to move. So when, let me get my stuff all situated here. All right, when we start the game, and you come up, the clouds are now moving themselves, right? And let me tell you that I mean, like it took me a while to find stuff about that. I was trying everything, talked to a couple of different people, and yeah, couldn't get it. So all right. Anyways, that is the game so far. Like I said, this is for the New Mexico Game Jam with the theme of Lift. And since here in New Mexico, they just had the hot air balloon fiesta, the first thing that came to my mind was a little hot air balloon. And yesterday, on stream, we got the air currents going correctly. So when you're in this one, it's moving to the right. And then this one has a upper current that moves to the left. We're going to add in some obstacles and some other stuff that we have to do, including maybe some sort of meter that keeps track of like the fuel you're using. All right. So the other thing I want to do is these look similar, the air currents, right? We're going to redo the left ones. Here. Maybe a different color. There. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really changing up much. I think we should probably maybe just redo it. So this is what they're going to start as. And the idea behind the air currents is just to help the player see a different level and be like, oh, you know, that section of the sky is going left. And yesterday's stream was a good one. That was like 6 hours worth of work on this. All right. There. So we're gonna drag this all the way across. Do this. So the idea is you take off in your hot air balloon and you have to navigate all the way down to the end somehow, right? And you want to maybe it's a race. I don't know. Like you need to compete with the others, or some sort of other challenge. I hear Sophie trying to tell people. Come here, Sophie. What you doing? Hi. I hear you trying to bark at those people. Yeah, you were barking at them. She was like, I wasn't barking. Oh, there she goes again. She does not like people walking out front. It's mostly when they have like other dogs, right? She does not like them walking on the sidewalk out front. So between our patio and the sidewalk, there's a little bit of like gravel. Sometimes the dogs walk on that, and she does not like it. She's like, that's my gravel. I should have done this for the other one, but that's okay. Here. Yeah, and the little air currents help, or hopefully help, right? With people figuring out where they need to go. All right, let's start it and see what this looks like. And again, it's a game jam that is only a couple of days, right? So normally their game jam is 48 hours. So that is, I'm sort of sticking to that, right? This time, because some other stuff, they're like, oh, we'll extend it, and it's, due Tuesday night. But I don't want to work on this on Tuesday at all because I have work. So I'm planning to try to have this done by end of stream Monday morning. And then that might be about it. Kelvar, welcome in. Looks like my sound is working today. Excellent. Yes. I double made sure that it was on and working properly, and yeah. Shoot. There we are. Sometimes all of a sudden it takes off. Like, it's like, oh, you press the up button. We're going like way up, and then like that. You have to wait for it to come back. All right. I think the two differences between the right ones and the left ones are okay. Or do we feel like they are too similar still? Maybe I should just make like little arrows. Maybe it should have arrows, because that does kind of like blend together a little bit, right? Isn't it nice that Windows updates disturbs your app settings, forcing you to reset? Yes. I don't understand why. Like, why does it need to do that? I mean, I know why, but like, it doesn't need to do that. At the mercy of, you know, Windows. Which I'm a little upset at. Well, I'm always upset at Windows, but I'm upset at Windows because they are going to be making it and so that Windows 11 and moving forward, so Windows 12, which should be announced by the end of the year, is to not allow a user to make a local Windows account. It's only going to allow you, you have to have it connected to an online account. They're no longer going to be allowed to have a local account. Right? So for all those ones that want like Windows not connected, they're going to have a problem. Yeah. All right. Well, I think what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're going to make these left, like the arrows look a little different, right? Too bad we can't do like little shapes on them. I just have to manually type these things or draw the little arrows, right? And if you don't want an online account, I guess there's Linux too. There's Linux. Too bad there's not a realistic option for you. Yeah. I was not, holy cow, I was not paying attention. My first ad break is going, and I do not need more coffee right now. All right. I don't know if you got stuck into ads. But yeah, outside of that, they're just making it. It's control. That's it. There's no other reason, right? It's control. You never get ads. Excellent. We're just going to work through this one. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because I'm gonna probably end up switching these. I have a couple different laptops that I use for various things, and a couple of them are not online. Right? So I am going to have to figure out what to do with that. How's that look? I think that looks okay. Seriously though, you have an old laptop, you may convert it to Ubuntu. Yeah. So I have a Ubuntu Jellyfish. I have a Linux Mint as well. I have a Unix one. And then I have a Windows one. And most of it's all for testing and all that stuff for the network that I have here. And general work stuff, right? But I don't know. The ability to not be online, like you have to be online with it. That's my problem. Like it doesn't give you the option. You're like, you're going to be online. I'm like, I don't want to be online. Here, let's see. We'll put one here. And I think we'll just do one there. That was looking a little weird. This one's looking a little weird. Let's fix that. In this and that one. Okay. Minus, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hopefully you are having a good Sunday. So I think we'll end up putting in one there, like one here, and maybe one more there. That should be all right. It should be okay. We were just talking about how Windows, or Microsoft, I should say, is making it so that Windows 11 and going forward, so Windows 11 for the last part of however many years it runs, and Windows 12 are not going to be allowed to be offline. And by that, I mean they're going to make it so that you can no longer have a local account with it. Yeah, forcing you to basically, you have to keep it online. Like, you have to have it connected. All right, and what we're doing here is we're just making some arrows to assist with how they look. And once we're done with these, we'll run it, check it before we do the right-hand side. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, that looks okay. Let's go ahead and run it real quick and see what those arrows look like, right? So the first ones we see are the ones going to the right. If you were playing this and you were going through the currents, and this is hot air balloon, right? So your left and right is controlled by the air, and you saw that, would you understand that it's going to the left by looking at it? Whoops. Yeah, I got to fix this too. Once you touch the side, you're done. You can't come out of it. Like, the currents aren't picking you up. Right. I guess I need to figure out, all right, do we want the current to look like this or be more solid little arrows? Right? Not sure the best for that. Also, I was working on the Avatar app for about an hour or so before I started stream this morning. So there is some new things in there. They're super tiny though. I gotta fix their scale, like the size. But you can see like a whole bunch of little guys running around the bottom there. That's one of the new shapes. So it's like a little zombie looking thing. There should be a channel point. Let me see. Not celebration, sunflower launch. It should be random avatar. There are new shapes, and it should do it. Now there are. I'm not really sure on how big they are going to be. But I guess we'll wait and see until we use them, right? Okay. Maybe I think I just don't like this design on these arrows. Let's close that. We're gonna make a duplicate of it. Now on this one, let's just make if we make 1, 2, stuff like that, right? But then we take it, copy, paste. All right. Let's go take a look at the room, and we'll get rid of 1, 2, 3. And then we'll take these. Okay. Start it. So these ones are moving to the right. I think I like it better than seeing these. What do you all in chat think of the air currents? but I think I like it better. This is the old one. That's the new one. Okay. Yeah, I think I like it. Yeah, it just looks a little better. I don't know. So let's we're going to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Underscore old, and we'll make this one left. It didn't work the way I was thinking it would. Oops. So we're on the left, so let's get rid of those. Here. Oops. That is to the right. There. And we have it, I think it's 96, so roughly about there is where the current needs to start for switching. Yeah. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we'll take those three, copy and paste them. Just like that. And then after we're done with setting our air currents, right, we need to start trying to come up with maybe the gas meter. That could be a good one. Outside of that, there needs to be obstacles going on, something to give you to avoid. Have some sort of objective. I got to be able to win a game somehow with this. like one more in here. There. Do we feel the ones to the right should be sort of the same way, but maybe a slightly different color, and it's just arrows to the right? And maybe a different style arrow? No, don't get stuck on the side. Let's do... How about something like real faint? That'll work. Here. So then we'll just grab, whoops, we'll grab this. Let's do that, right? Come in here. We'll get rid of a couple of these. So how it was 96, right? So roughly can't go any more than that down. Okay. All right, let's run it and see what that kind of looks like. Do we like arrows? What does other people use? Wind, direction. I don't know, what are we calling it? Indicator. Let's go with that. No, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want a windsock. No. Well, citizen, welcome in. How are you doing? How's your Sunday going, Grim? All right. We want... Maybe we want something different, right? We can't... If we... I can make these ones arrows just like these, and if they're up just a little bit late, like different, maybe it'll work. You are up late coding and planning, so you just got up. So far, Sunday's short. Got it. I don't know. I think I got... It was about 11 when I went to bed, and then I think I was up a little after 5. So... All right. Well, I mean, it's going along fine, right? I am currently trying to find a good way to indicate the direction of the wind. Right now, I have arrows. And I'm redoing the ones that go to the right. Because right now, they look like this. And I was making them into sort of an arrow. When you're in the game, it'll look like this. And I think these ones need to be made so they're not as bright. Like, give them a little reduction there, like this. So that's what I was trying to work on. Like I had these, like these little wisp side, little lines, right? Hey, Grog, how's your Sunday going? But then when you have the two different ones, they were blending together too much. And so I was trying to come up with different methods to get it. Oh, you'll like this. God, it took me forever. I spent probably at least 2 hours figuring this out, and found sort of finally somewhere a tutorial that was talking about it. But making the clouds move. I don't know. I got them to move. That's all. You don't do anything else. Am I doing that in the room? Oh, you mean the code? Yes. Yeah, I talked to Brent for a little while. We were trying to figure out no code needed. Yes, code needed. So these are the tile set that I made for the clouds, right? These ones. And I was trying to get it so that they moved. In the room code, this is it. And it scrolls the tile set. You can set a room layer to scroll and repeat. If you have like a quick solution, I'm gonna hit myself. I spent like 2 hours trying to figure that out. Okay, so a couple things, right? I attempted to use this. I was like, oh, wouldn't this be cool? And I was like, the effect layer. But then for the life of me, I could not find anybody that knew how. I couldn't figure this out on how to say I only want the effect layer. So like if I want clouds, right? Only on the top part. So I was like, okay, no, we're not going to use that. Then I was like, oh, I'll just make them into clouds into a tile set and place them. And then I was like, wouldn't it be cool if I could scroll the... the effect layer, great if you don't want HTML5. Why do you... What? There's no HTML5 in this. So create a new... Oh, export to web. I hate web games. I won't do it. Ours is just it's on itch. You just have to make it so they download it. On the web. Man, why do people like browser games? I hate browser games. It's such a ridiculous thing. Who wants to play in a browser? It just annoys me. I'm old. I don't like browser games. I want to be able to download a game and play it. Yeah, like for this one, they want to be able to download it. Well, the judges do. They're not going to get it on the web. I'm just not doing it. There's no requirements for it to be on the web. So it's not going to happen. I have never been able to get it to work properly. And I hate it. I don't know. I probably attempted at least 15 times to get Pixel Warrior to be on the web. And it failed every single time. I tried with some of the other ones. It's not going to happen. Yeah, I usually only do this game jam out, so it's just one game jam out of the year. You won't play a game if it's not on the web? Yeah, I don't know. I hate web games. It's a generation gap thing. I'm old. I don't like it. And I'm making games for me. I don't really care if, like, people play them on the web. Yeah, I think I got you. I'm definitely older than you. We don't really use HTML5 anymore. It's garbage. Yeah. We use, and welcome in, Gleb. GX export. Yeah. So I have, like, I know GX games. The exporting process is ridiculous. I don't like it. My page looks like crap on there. And, like, it's just a tough process. But yeah, I just put it on itch. So you have seen people asking about vanishing shaders effects when using WASM back a while ago. I don't know about that. Gleb might know about that, or Grog. I don't know if that is still, like, occurring. And so you're saying, like, if I'm using an effect layer, it's not going to transport over to being on the web. I mean, I'm not using it because I could not figure out how to do it so it only covers half the page. And I was trying to figure out, like, there was talks about, like, trying to use some sort of masking sprite. It didn't work. I was just like, all right, never mind. So what I ended up doing was this. I made these clouds as a tile set, all right? So moved them in, made the sprite page for it, put it over here. So if I want, like, a cloud, like, I can just put a cloud somewhere, right? And then I was like, oh, it would be cool if I can make it move outside of making individual sprites of the clouds changing shape. I was like, it'd just be cool if I could get this thing to move. So in the room code, I have 3 little lines to get the layer ID and make it move. Apparently not HTML, HTML5, which is known to suck, but WASM export might make it work much easier. Probably. You're still aching over the fact that they never went back to roll back multiplayer. Yeah. What's rollback? Okay. I think my issue really with the browser game is, one, I just hate playing. I don't like playing games on the browser, but I get it. New generations, fine. You want to be on the browser? Okay. Who am I to, deny that, right? But I've never been able to get it to work right. So that's probably also part of the problem. Yeah, see, like I'm it's fine. It's a safety thing. I don't know. Well, I mean, I go through extremes. So when I download anything, it goes to one of the servers. Then it goes from the server to the extra PC box. It has another set of checking. Then it comes over here. Yeah. So it goes through, like, yeah. I mean, most people don't have their own firewall box and some other stuff that are set up here to check all that stuff. But I get it. I get it. Knowing that, yeah, I know like browsers are safer. I just can never get it to work. That's probably the main thing. Yeah. See, I don't know. Right? You can activate images and everything inside a browser game, and next thing you know, your browser's infected. Because that's easy. I can do that. I can infect people's browser with no problem. Should probably, well, you don't need it in GameMaker. You just have to attach it into the file that it runs. Like it's in the folder. You should try WSAM. Betcha it'll work, no problem. You can do both. Okay, so WSAM, where, let me see, do we have a link that talks about it? Click on the window on the top right. All right. You can see on the left there is GX Games and HTML. Yep, GX Games. So I choose GX Games and export it as a zip. Upload to itch. Okay. And if I do that, choose the GX game one, what about output? Like, what is this? Which ones are these? Does it matter? But yeah, if I choose GX Games, create the zip file and upload it to, always do YYC. Okay. I don't think I've ever done. All right. Whoops. YYC is not currently in run it. No, we're cancel that. Don't do anything. So if I choose GX Games, create the zip, upload that to itch, it'll play in the browser. YYC speeds up CPU operations and make your game a lot harder to decompile. Important for Steam builds. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever have a Steam build, but yeah, okay. For this game, because it's so small, probably it doesn't matter then. Okay. All right, we close that. All right, I will attempt to make a browser playable version. You guys are you'll win me over with it. I will try it. I will try. Right? What were we doing? Hold on, senior moment. I think Oh, the wind. We were trying to determine a better or more friendly look and intuitive. So when you see it, you know what it's doing. Wind pattern of how to know which way the currents are going. I did not like this look for sort of both of them, like this. So I switched the ones going from the to the left as little arrows, and then did the same thing, and we're testing it out here for the right. I just don't know. Like, I don't know it. Oh, what are you doing now? GameMaker. Stupid program. GameMaker program. Hold on. Yeah, I know. Give me a minute. I accidentally switched to G. Yep. Okay, you crashed. Hold on. Give me a moment. We're gonna bring it back up. Do you not see it now? Is that the problem? It'll just be a moment. It decided it didn't like that. It did not like it. It crashed. It says I am too old for GX. I'm just kidding. That was not an error message. Now I just got to get GameMaker back to working. All right, and why are we not seeing GameMaker anymore over here? Oh, I know. Switching to GX, now OBS doesn't want to see GameMaker, and it's on window. Oh, yeah. So, you know. Firefox. I don't want to use Firefox. I mean, I have like 5 browsers that I use. I use Firefox. I'm just kidding. There we go. Yeah, I'm on. I use Chrome for most everything. GX Games, or the GX browser for like stream stuff and showing there. And it depends on the accounts that I'm using too. Okay, we're back up. Oh, why is it doing that now? There we go. We're back up. Okay, let's start it. Why do you keep changing your size when I open up a run it? You need to stop that. All right, so we changed the arrows, right? So we have these ones for going to the right. And then up here, we have these arrows. Trisp, welcome in. Good morning. Well, it's afternoon for you, but how's your Sunday? Oops. We working on a game jam, right? So you were lurking yesterday. Hopefully you forgot to message though. No problem. I appreciate the lurk, Trisp. So what we need to figure out is, do the arrows look okay for telling the direction of the wind, right? Versus those little squiggly lines. It's good enough for now. Okay. So the next thing though, yeah, I know. Especially with short game jams, right? It's only like Monday's going to be the last day. So tomorrow it will be the last day for me to work on this before I have to turn it in. I don't have the objective yet. I have a working hot air balloon. The theme is lift. So I was like, oh, hot air balloons, because right now we have the hot air balloon fiesta going on. Well, it just ended, right? And it made me think of this. Your taxi idea, interesting because you're giving people lifts. Yeah. So it covers both, like, the basis, right? Yeah, this is the event that is currently... No, why? Ads, flowers. Crap. No flowers. This. I just want this. Right? This was going on all week, and there was like 500 hot air balloons up there every morning. Super neat to see, which made me think of, hot air balloon for lift. So I guess we need to think, oh shit. All right, hold on. If you're there, give me a moment. Is it working? Give me... You are there? Is my stream working? Okay, it looks like it's working again. Yeah, it dropped like crazy for a moment. I actually had all my screens go crazy for a moment. So, I need my OBS to work. So give me 1 second. Let me switch to be right back, and then I'll switch back because my cameras look like they're frozen on OBS. Sort of fixed, not really fixed. OBS is not working right. It's fine on your end. Okay, OBS on my side is totally like frozen. I can't see it doing anything. But whatever. All right. What's the issue? GameMaker did something weird, and then like all my screens froze up. They went black. They came back. Half the stuff doesn't want to work. It just did something weird, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, I was trying to switch between the scenes to see if I could kick in OBS. So the screen on OBS is frozen, so I can't see it doing anything. But I can see my stream, and it looks okay. So I think we're fine, right? We're fine. We need an objective. And I think I saw... We were talking about, like, taxiing as well, because then you're giving people a lift in a lift. Right? What if you had to pick up people here, right? So if we said, like, we're going to pick up some people, then you take them and you have to drop them off, like, low, you know, drop off location, like a tower, I don't know, something, building, whatever. You got to land outside of it. It lets the people out. And maybe that's all the way down at the end, right? And we have obstacles and everything else you got to worry about, and you got to drop down and pick up new propane tanks while being chased by a space lizard. Yes, Trisp, that is the best idea. Space lizards everywhere. Jeep and Annie is cracking herself up now. Morning, Jeepin. Yes. We're trying to come up with themes for the hot air balloon. And Tris was saying that we're doing a taxi thing. So you pick up people and you got to drop them off and you have stuff to avoid. There needs to be a space lizard now. Yeah. Yeah, space llamas is her idea. She wants llamas in it, that's all. She just likes llamas. You can call it lefty lifting lizards from outer space. Excellent. Excellent. All right. I am going to take be right back. I have ads starting in about 10 seconds. They run, you know, once an hour and a couple minutes. That's all, 3 minutes. So I'm going to do a be right back on this. Hopefully, maybe I can get OBS to kick back in so I can see what I'm doing on stream. But everything's good. So hang tight. I will see everybody shortly, and we'll get back to it. All right. I think we're back. I can't. It's still frozen. I can't tell. Okay, there it goes. I have to watch my stream, so it's on a delay. But I think that we're going to make some little people. Citizen, what's up, Grim? Every day on the way to and from work, we pass an animal pen with a llama that me and the fam have affectionately named Polka Dot. Chills out for with like 6 mules. Excellent. Jeepin loves llamas. She loves llamas and sunflowers. So and I can hear she started her Jeep instead of taking mine today. So she just left to go to the grocery store. We're doing things a little bit differently because of my work schedule is a little different now than when her schedule is. So she's going to the grocery store this morning so that later today I can do the juicing for the week. And then she's also picking up all the stuff that she needs for her cooking stream, which is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. All right. We're going to make little people. Little people. Yes, we need some people to go in the hot air balloon. So let's just make a couple little tiny, like, sprites. Person, I don't know, 1. How big do I have the hot air balloon? Hot air balloon's 32. These are probably only going to be like 8 pixels. 8. For this, we're going to do like that. Oops. There, that's a person. And we need person 2, which is fine. Then we need person 3. We'll make like 4. But we'll have different colors. Grim, what color do you like? You got to go set up for the sponsor. Gotcha. Trisp, I appreciate you coming in. It's appreciated. I appreciate it. Have fun, and thanks for the lurk. We need your purple. How's that? All right, so now we have a blue, we have a purple. I need 2 more colors. Maybe like a red, very purple. Yeah, I think that works, right? Is that too bright, or do you want it like dark, like, I don't know if I can get it more purple. Is that purple? That's purple. Who else is hanging out there that wants to pick a color? Oh, okay, it's fine. Perfect. Good. Well, let's do whatever the color this is. Let's make it red. Like a neon red. And let's do... So we have blue, we have a purple, and a red. Well, sort of a in-between red. Its purplosity is sublime. Nice. Oh, how about yellow? Well, let's just do yellow. All right, now we have 4 little people. We should probably make maybe a parent for these instead of making individual objects. Maybe we could do it that way. Let's make the parent. Parent people. Right. I could probably make it so that it will when it gets created, we could do like a sprite index, but maybe make it so it's random and it picks a color, like one of the sprites, right? Can we do this? Does that work for this? Does that make sense? Person 3 to person 4, right? So then in here, no, that's not how I want to do this. We should have 2 things. We need an object for the player. Or not the player. Object for we'll call it object for passengers. It's governed by the parent. There. So now in here we can take the little object and like put them here. Right. And maybe we make it so that you can only pick up like a couple at a time. Or you can just pick them all up and then try to get them all there. We should probably make it a command. Pick up people. Movement, maybe R. We should probably put that inside here. Let's make a step event. Let's do step event. If you are on the ground nearby, people could run to you and board automatically. And if you land on them, you crush them. That's actually pretty funny. Let's do that. So when you start, you're going to be in here, right? Maybe you need to fly down and pick them up. There. Right? So you'll have to just, I don't know, maybe that's not far enough. Yeah, that's fine. So you'll land, and the people can automatically come to you. So I created a object for passengers, which is what is in the room. And then I have a parent for the people. And we should probably rename this. Parent for passengers. Okay. I want the sprite to automatically change between the different people. So it's going to be some choose. It's going to choose one for each one. Or maybe does it need to say random? Right? Choose, would it be choose random? Random? Does that make sense? No, not make sense. Choose random? No, random choose? Let's think about that. Maybe it's random choose. Or just random. Just choose. Random is for numbers. Okay. So if I do just choose, it will randomly pick one of those? Or is it always going to end up picking like the first one? Oh, okay. So choose automatically picks one of those randomly. All right. We're good. Hover over the function. Sometimes you want to specify something other than numbers for a random selection, or the numbers you want are not in any real order or within any set range. Okay. Function choose value any. Returns any. Okay. Make sure to call randomize at the start of the game as well. Do I we should probably make a that description sucks. Yeah. We do not. I do have a game manager. And I do not have an I&I room. We should let's think about this. Should probably for this I can load it just on here because I'm going to end up creating I want a menu when you first start, like a small one, at least in the middle of the screen. So it's all going to be on the same page, like same room. So we'll just edit this. Right? Draw your effect layer, surface layer. What was I doing here? I don't remember what I was doing here. Surface create, room height. Let's clean this up. I don't think I was doing anything with this. Or I went a completely different direction. Oh, the effect layer. That's what I was doing. I was trying to get my effects to work. So we don't need this. We're going to delete the effect layer. We're going to change my game manager and get rid of this. Surface, room height, surface of create. We don't need this. Right? We're going to run it just in case. It looks fine. Game's there. There. So in here, we want, it was randomized, I think someone you said. Random eyes, just like that. And then we're going to put game manager into the game. Put it there. And that should run that. All right. Inside here, do we want this as a point distance? Like, okay, so if what do I want to say here? We're going to do the balloon landing next to the people. If maybe a point direction. That might not be the best thing. Hold on. Let me just write it out. So we're saying if the object player is nearby, we want the we want this to go to the object player. But then it needs to be retained in there too. So object, we'll say player needs to remember passenger.id. Okay. That is kind of the goal part, right? All right, so you're in a balloon. You fly down. You when you land, we also want if player hits passenger, destroy passenger, right? Okay. What else do we want to do? We want to say I guess it could be a point to point distance, point direction, point distance. This function returns the length of a vector formed by specifying component. No, point direction. Okay, so if we're saying if point direction x, y, player.x .x object player.y is less than or equal to, I don't know, 50. The point direction to the object of the player is less than 50, we need to move the player, right? Hi, Arlen. Okay. So we're gonna say move player to, or move passenger to player, right? Then we're going to say we want to pick up. So then it will destroy player object or passenger object, right? Then direction, do you mean distance? I don't know. It could be to it. Would it be direction? I guess it could be distance, right? If I was thinking to the direction of the player in my head, but it could be to the distance of the player. So I know direction I used in the tower defense, and it was aiming towards the direction of something. And maybe that's not the best idea then. Distance is distance in pixels. Oh, okay. It was distance. All right, so we have that. Then we want to, we're going to say move passenger to the player, destroy passenger object. We need to retain passenger ID. Right? So if point distance from the object, from the passenger to the player is less than 50, and we'll adjust that later, like once we figure it out, but is less than 50, we want to move what do we have for moving? Moving. Line move towards point. Move towards point. You can say move towards the point. And the point is going to be right. And what else is it? In the speed at to move the pixels at per step. 2. All right. Instance. We don't want it to destroy yet, but we're going to write it. The instance destroy and we need to remember who our passenger is. Well, let me think about that. How do we... We need to make a... What a variable. So we can update something. And we're going to say variable passenger. We want to retain the ID of the passenger. Maybe this should not. This part, the retaining of the ID probably doesn't need to be in the passenger. One, right? It needs to be in the player object. This, all we want it to do is move towards it. Right? So then we have, okay, so if point distance to there is under 50, move towards point. Let's just see if that works. And what errors I'll get here in a minute. Okay. We go up. That's a challenge. No. The coloring's working just fine. All right. They leap at they leap at the hot air balloon. That's pretty good. I need it to be how do we tell it? Move towards point, right? If it's within 50 pixels, but only on the X. Because if it's in the Y, I don't want them jumping like that. It's cool, but I don't want them doing it. Right? So move towards point. If distance is under 50, move, but we need to say somehow 50 on the X. Right? We want it maybe the Okay. I don't know. All right, so right now they jump at it, which is fine. We can leave it that way for a little bit. We want here. I think we'll need better controls for going up and like left, or like going up and down. When we get there, let's do. Let's think about this. If you come over here and you land, if point to distance is 50, how do we say if it's on the X? So if X. Distance. So, maybe. So if we say distance equals X. What options do I have with X? Layer, get. Tile, window, no. Physics, normal, mouse. I don't know how to do that. So length direction, distance equals. Can I say length direction X? Yes. What goes in there? Length away of the point to return. Direction of the point to return. What? So length, direction X, the length away of the point to return, say 50, and the direction. Okay, so this function is used to get the X component of the position len pixels from the starting point and in direction. A point. I don't know. From the starting point. Okay, let's look at this. So length direction X. Are you just trying to compare how far away it is on the X? I don't know if I'm trying to compare it. What I'm trying to do is if the player or the passenger, right, the NPC thing, if it sees the hot air balloon is less than 50, then I want it to move there. But right now, the way this is written is even if the hot air balloon is within 50 above you, the little passenger jumps up to the hot air balloon. They are not superheroes. They do not get to go flying to the hot air balloon. So yeah, I'm trying to find 50 on the X. And I was going to put like this here and yeah, 50 on the X. So I'm trying to say length direction on the X. So you want to compare the X only. Okay. So the way I was looking it up, like trying to do this length direction X is not correct. Okay. X minus object player X. Okay. If the passenger is at 50x and the balloon is at 100x, that's negative 50x. Gotcha. Yeah, and you can't be like, I don't want it to be more than like if the player is more than, I don't know, 80 away or 100 like away, then it should just not work. Right? You still have to be close to the people. Now we want that distance to always be positive, so you can wrap that in this. Right? Abs. The function returns the absolute value of the input argument so that it's positive. Okay. Abs for absolute value. Yep. And okay. So distance is this. If point distance there is less than or greater, or we should just say equal to distance. No, less than if I want that distance to be, if distance is less than or equal to distance so I don't need point distance anymore. Oh, okay, that's probably what's messing me up. Because 300 point distance is 360 degrees. It's what's causing the jumping. Oh, okay. So, if we say if distance can we say less than or equal to like 100 this way? Okay. Perfect. Let's give that a try. Imperial, welcome in. How are you doing on this fine Sunday? No, don't jump up to the thing. No! It's going fine. I'm currently making it so you can land and pick up people. The people are chasing it. You want to see it again? Yeah. So we come in, right? No! Stay away. Stay away. Oh. I didn't even get a chance to land. They all came onto here anyways. I was like, oh no. They're flying. We are only checking X. We still need to have a Y check too. If distance is less than 100 and players on the ground. Okay. Let's do and. Yeah, that's why I was trying to do the X, because I was like, oh, if it's on the X, maybe on the same X as the passenger. All right, so we need some way to identify if the player is on the ground. If we go back, we could say if they are on ground, contact with ground, right? An on ground function, yeah. Let's put that up here. Do we want it on ground? So on ground will equal what? If we want player contact with the tile, or maybe the height of the player. So we could say, because the height of this is at like 2 something, right? All right. No. Does it need to be? Yeah. Oh, I had it backwards. On ground. Ground function. Okay. So now we need it to be. How do we want to pinpoint a ground? Do we want to tell it if you are on whatever pixel like this or contact with this? I think contact, right? Place meeting with the ground tile map. So if place meeting there, we could say on ground equals this if we could say do ground tile map. Oops. Place meeting. But yeah, so we're doing a if place meeting XY ground tile map. What if we just do something where we say on ground equals true, like that? And set it to nope. Okay. Nope. Go in the opposite direction of what I was originally thinking. Okay. We need to return something, right? So place meeting on ground equals function. Line 19, you are missing one keyword. Line 19. It's not an if. It's not a variable. I guess it could be an it's return. Oh, I put return in front of it, not below it. Like that. Now on line 9. Wait. Oh, down here. Line 9. Replace the replace the place meeting with on ground. Okay. Yeah, I'm watching. I'm waiting to see if it catches up. Okay. So next in the passenger, can check on player underscore ground. So if player distance, if distance here, and then we have object player underscore, or should be dot on ground, like that. Then that will identify it being on the ground. Then they should move. So we're gonna try it. See if they fly again. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay. Also, there's ads. I forgot. We have if distance less than 100 equal to 100 and of the passenger needs transferred into the balloon. So remembers which ones it picked up. Right? Or do you want it so they're there anyways? Maybe you could just turn off the ID or turn off the instance of it so it's invisible, and then like turn it back on. That could be a thing. Right? And that should probably be inside the balloon for remembering the people. Oops. I'm messing with my avatar program because I'm distracted by it. All right. Let's think about this. We want their ID. So maybe it's going to be object passenger.id. If we say let's make it ticket holder equals about self.id. It's not gonna work. So if I say global, and we take that and put that up here. Now it will know which ID it is. So if we come over here, we want it to know who was picked up. Right? Right. All right. Where are we at on time? 9:40. Okay. We're getting close. Let's see if I can get this part done. if I want, okay, so we have if collision, how do you want to say this? If let me write it out first. No ending of the stream is allowed today. I could just leave it up and we'll wheel over Arwen and she could sit here because, you know, the Quaker Parrot likes the code. She's very good at it. Yes, you are. And I will go to the Tron movie and then I'll come back. Yeah. We're doing an early morning, like an early movie. So the movie's at 11 because we want to see the movie, grab lunch on the way back. We're going to a taco place on the way back. And then a couple minutes to eat. And the rest of the afternoon is for Jeepin to stream. And I think she's doing Guild Wars today. It's either Guild Wars or V Rising. I'm not sure which one. Okay. We are attempting to have the player remember the ID of the passenger it picked up. Yeah. I think that works, right? Because let's do this. Passenger. I hear Jeepin just got back from the grocery store. Found a new one that's really actually pretty neat. It's like a big market style supermarket or grocery store. It's really cool. This might end up being where I leave off, actually. So give me, let's see here. Okay. Couple minutes. If we have the passenger, and I made something called global ticket holder, right? You're a ticket holder. Then I wanted to remember the self ID, right? So it should remember your ID. Over here, over here, we want something like passengers, maybe like picked up. Equals global ticket order. Something like that, right? So it remembers who they are. It Then we have variable passengers picked up equals global ticket holder. Sure. All right. That's actually probably going to be where I need to stop for the day. Sorry to disappoint, Kelvar. There will be no 24-hour stream or anything else. I'll work on this later today, probably while she's gaming and doing that kind of stuff. And tomorrow morning will be another stream, 7 a.m., so same start time. And I'll be able to finish what I'm working on today and then tomorrow, and that'll be the end of it, right? That'll be by the end of tomorrow is when I turn in the jam stuff. So I think we need to find somebody to raid out to. So let me see who's on. But yeah, I think it was good stuff today. Good stuff. Your streams are very productive in terms of me writing code. Excellent. I'm glad my streams help you write code. Yes. Let's see. Who's normally... What day is today? It's a Sunday. Who's on a Sunday? I see somebody we're gonna go visit. So he's normally working on game design, but he's currently playing with Legos. I love Legos, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna go visit Flannelbeard and get that started, right? So I hope everyone has a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Jeepin and I are going to be heading off here in a little bit to go see the Tron movie. And then this afternoon, she will be streaming. Just not sure what game yet. So I hope everyone has a great one. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I will talk to you all later. Bye now.